Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We are going to do the dive into SB19's story. But before we do, I am, as I said in my other reactions, I'm learning some phrases and words. So, magandang umaga or maayong buntag. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm getting there. I also learnt that sobra is like to add, like you can say like mahal kita sobra, but can I use sobra like excited sobra, can't wait sobra, looking forward to it sobra, or do I need to go like sobra excited, sobra happy, or sobra fun? How do I use sobra? Like before, after, is it the same structure as English? Because I feel like I'm going to start learning like different phrases and different like words and things, and I'm going to just like mix it into English to like make it become like supernatural. So okay, so other words that I have learned, and this is in Bisaya, is inde or day, meaning lady, girl, or an endearment for a beloved one. Dali nadiri or ali nadiri, come here. Maayong buntag, good morning. Unsa? Unsa? Imong gusto day? Gusto day? What do you want, my love? Gihigugma gayod taka. I love you so much. So I'm presuming taka is so much. Gihigugma gayod? Or maybe it's gayod, that's so much. I don't know. Let me know. What did I say the other day for I love you so much? Oh, I said gihigugma kayo tika. So I'm not sure the difference, to be honest. Gihigugma kayo tika. And I've also learnt magandang gabi, good evening. So yeah, I'm learning. So before I started, I wanted to get out my my Bisaya and Tagalog. Is it Tagalog? Is that anyway? Tagalog words, because I was super excited to show you. Okay, we are gonna go straight into episode 1, sound break. This is Casual Chuck's reaction videos. Thank you to this person for making these. I'm really looking forward to diving into them and learning about each member, or just like their story. I'm not too sure like if it just talks about like SB19 or if it talks about each member. I don't know. We'll soon find out, but let's go. Thank you for joining, everyone. I don't know if I need captions.
Disclaimer, this video is only based on my personal research. I might miss some details and it's possible to have discrepancies, but I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible, so enjoy.
Thank you. I will. 2016.
This is called Triple, a group of talented performers and comedians from Korea you've probably never heard of. They were formed back in 1994 when the word K-pop hasn't even been invented.
Oh wow.
In 2002, one of the members made the biggest mistake of his life, which will change the entire course of P-pop history. Do you remember this song?
I had someone send me, so if you guys don't know, I grew up as an elite athlete. I was a gymnast my whole life, and I competed as a gymnast at a really high level and circus performer. And so like tumbling and things like that are like my specialty. And so someone sent me a clip of Ken doing backflips. And the man has springs in his legs. Like he actually floats in the air. It's very impressive. Like the amount of height is crazy. Cute. I've never heard this song.
It all started with this man, Jong Song-han.
Jong Song-han.
When he left the trio in 2002 to become an entrepreneur, Cult Triple became Cult 2. Most of their fans definitely thought that Song-han's decision was a huge mistake because the remaining members started racking up different awards in the entertainment industry. If he only stuck around, he would have gotten those awards too. But this man's decision was final. He used all of his savings to build an event organizing company called Show BT Entertainment. Yep, I'm talking about Tatang Robin. Tatang noticed how passionate Filipino fans were during the rise of K-pop, so he wanted to organize K-pop concerts and events that promote Korean and Filipino culture. To make that happen, he needed entertainers, a group of young people that would be part of the package of their service as an event organizer. We are talking about people who can do dancing, singing, and even act as servants like waiting tables and assisting guests. So he held an audition and hundreds of young talents applied. 30 of them passed as trainees. They were then called Nara, which in Korean means country and is the national tree of the Philippines. They went to multiple events together, including the fan meeting event of the K-pop group called Off-Road.
I can't find 내게 갈 때까지 'cause you're my lady 널 향한
After numerous events, Tatang
Oh my
Robin
God.
saw something special when it comes to Filipino talent. He realized that some of his trainees were far too talented to just end up as small-time performers.
Oh, I love
So he
blue hair
decided
on
to launch the
Stell.
first P-pop boy group that underwent strict Korean-type training. Out of the 30 trainees, only few have made it. John Paulo Nase. He
His name
always
is
wanted to
John?
be a performer. As a young dreamer, he joined several
Paulo?
competitions as a soloist and also a member of the K-pop dance cover group called PHP. As a trainee, he was the guy who shows up early and leaves late despite juggling a full-time job as a data analyst to provide for his family. He was the first one selected due to his undeniable diligence and leadership qualities. He is known to have critically acclaimed songwriting ability, a badass rapper, and was often dubbed as a genius, but he consistently denied it because he claimed to be just a hard worker. This made him the destined leader of the group. He debuted with the name Sejun, but later changed his name to
Sejun.
Pablo. Now that the methodical leader is chosen, they needed more members.
See, I'd heard the name Sejun, and I thought that was his real name. And then his stage name was Pablo. Oh, that's so funny.
Tatang Robin just got a genius composer in Pablo, so they needed someone who can dance, and this next guy is exactly that, and even more.
Stelvester.
Stelvester
That is the best name
Ahero.
ever. Ahero.
He was only 16 when he started competing as a dancer while studying. He was a born winner despite growing up as a bullied kid. He made performing his escape from the harsh
Really?
reality of the world. He did a great job channeling the negative aspect of his life and converting it by winning multiple K-pop dance cover competitions with his group Sayon. He is also a hard worker. He was teaching dance to kids while competing. There was a point when he worked too hard that it threatened his life due to poor health.
Wow.
He is a very skilled choreographer. In fact, he's the main culprit behind most of SB19's snappy and amazingly synchronized dance routines. But little did they know that dancing wasn't even his only talent. He easily
I
became
heard that he choreographs majority of their songs. Is that right?
the main heavenly voice of the group because his vocals were just
I'm still on your side.
out of it. Vocals were just
Wow.
Still on your side.
So clean.
out of this world.
Feel that.
He debuted as Stell, the main vocalist, the lead dancer, and choreographer of the group.
Wow. Santos.
Josh Cullen Santos became homeless at the age of 16, and it was his decision. He's had the worst childhood among the other members. From growing
Homeless.
up in a toxic environment to being
Oh, wow.
physically abused as a kid by their nanny. At an early age, he witnessed what it feels like to be a member of a middle-class family that went rock bottom in just a matter of
Wow.
months. He experienced getting evicted from apartments to smaller rooms. It came to a point when his family had nothing to eat but ketchup and salt. They had
Oh.
no permanent address. Because of that, Josh and his sister dropped out of school multiple times, so they got bullied at school for being repeaters. Sometimes he would get into fistfights for defending her. Josh had enough of this, so he took matters into his own hands by leaving. He became
Wow.
independent and started working as an internet cafe attendant. Using his own income, he took the alternative learning system and was able to finish his high school degree. He clearly had no background
Now that is what you call resilience.
in performing. Not until he met new friends from the dance community, which led to him meeting Stell and Seon. They became co-members and went on to win numerous K-pop dance cover competitions all over Asia. They even met BTS during one of their winning runs in Korea.
Oh,
In a
wow.
way, Josh was saved by Stell after trying so hard to save himself. And it paid off because after training, Josh ended up debuting as the
Yeah.
lead rapper and dancer of the group.
He's only a lead rapper and dancer? But his vocals are so good too.
Justin DeJoss didn't have to audition. Apparently, he was a very good-looking guy that when he joined a talent workshop as a teenager, Show BT immediately took notice and offered him to become a trainee to improve his singing and dancing skills. He was one of the late joiners, and when he did, he immediately saw a familiar face in Josh.
You look familiar.
Apparently, the two had a stint in performing together in a K-pop dance cover group called Zero to Hero.
Hey, welcome to my world, let's do this. 이슈 자주 길어보면서 어디 가도 분위기가 higher.
Oh my god. Who's Yukiko?
So Justin as well wasn't new in the world of performing.
Sounds Japanese.
He auditioned to be a part of the televised Pinoy boy band Superstar show, but he didn't even make it to the live auditions.
What does Pinoy mean? Someone emailed me. Some random person emailed me saying that they wanted to help me get into Pinoy groups. Does that just mean like Filipino? I've never heard that word before.
Perhaps it was fate.
Such
He
a
didn't have
random
great
email.
singing skills at the time. It was only when he became a trainee that he improved astoundingly in the vocal
You didn't
department.
have great singing
He went
skills?
on to finish his college degree in multimedia arts while
Wow.
training, which earned him a skill in filmmaking. He then got selected to debut as the main visual,
What
the
is that
sub-vocalist,
from?
and the creative director of
I know
the
that
group.
one.
He was the would-be director behind the record-breaking Kpop music video, What, and more. But that's a story for another video. At this point, Show BT seemed to have completed the group. 4 members in a P-pop group, a nice even number. 2 rappers and 2 vocalists. They were perfectly balanced, but they felt like something was missing. Perhaps someone was missing.
My boy.
Someone who could take this already great group of guys and push them to achieve the next level.
And ruin my whole
the
life.
extraordinary level. Someone so naturally gifted that he could stand out in the presence of the already talented group of young artists. This venture that Tatang Robin took needed an apex, so he started the online auditions. When Josh heard about it, he was like,
What is
I
that?
know a guy.
I know a guy. Philip! Wow!
Philip
Wow!
John Suson is such a specimen. He was so naturally gifted
He-
that excelling in sports
He is such a specimen. That is, you know what? That's definitely a sentence that I would use to describe him.
looked like a walk in the park for him. He grew up in the church under the care of his grandparents. He was an artistic kid, so he was active as an editorial cartoonist in school.
Wow.
Nobody taught him to play musical instruments. He taught himself by just listening to the music, so he ended up becoming a southpaw guitarist, but he later fixed it as he learned more. He didn't even know that he could dance until he was forced to in order to get good grades during their school intrams.
Really?
After discovering dance, he transformed from a guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly. Because of his raw talent,
He has obviously, well, not obviously. Did he ever get taught how how to tumble because his technique is actually really
From a
good.
guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly.
Like
Because of his
full
raw
extension.
talent, he ended up teaching dance to the entire school and continued on to form a K-pop
Wow.
dance cover group called Amigo 7.
I can't. He gets so much height that he almost
And
over-rotated.
continued on to form a K-pop dance cover group called Amigo
Jesus.
7. Apparently, his group gave Josh's group so much trouble during their early competitions because they were very good rivals. So he decided to recruit him. But Philip was hundreds of islands away and didn't have the money. What did Josh do? He shelled out for his plane ticket. With nothing else to lose, Philip went and left his previous life in the countryside. He then trained with the boys and officially debuted with them as Ken, the main dancer, the bass vocalist, and the
My
lead
husband.
rapper of the group. One thing to note is that they were an unlikely bunch because they wouldn't have met each other if Tatang Robin stayed with his already successful group in Korea.
Everything happens for a
Justin
reason.
failed his first audition, so he didn't even bother to audition again because he thought he wasn't ready. And Josh wouldn't have attempted to recruit Ken if Show BT's training program didn't even exist. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly effect.
Yes. Yes.
When a small and seemingly insignificant occurrence has a rippling effect through time, leading to a consequential event sometime long after the initial event, or as Google would put it, a phenomenon whereby a minute localized change in a complex system can have a large effects elsewhere.
pretty
Tatang
crazy,
Robin's
isn't it?
so-called mistake back in 2002 led to forming the future Kpop Kings. In 2018, SB19 was formed. The name of the group Kpop Kings. In 2018, SB19 was formed. The name of the group was
26th of
carefully
October.
picked. The number 19 is the sum of Korea and the Philippines area code digits 82 and 63. So 8 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 is 19. SB doesn't only mean Show BT. It is all about their ultimate goal for Pinoy sound to break into the music industry, which is
Pinoy sound.
fearlessly
So it must be
represented
Filipino
by this
sound.
praise.
No.
Soundbreak.
It's music. Alright. I think that's probably just going to be credits. Alright, let's go on to the next episode. That was 1, 2. Wow. Pretty crazy so far.
Might miss some details and it's possible to have discrepancies, but I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible, so enjoy. Just a quick correction to episode 1, Josh didn't only recruit Ken but also Justin. Josh told Justin about the workshop, which gave him the opportunity to become a Show BT trainee. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the video.
Wait.
Show BT trainee. Now that we got
This is so cute. I love this.
that out of the way, let's get into the video.
Okay.
Get in the zone.
Get in the zone. Break.
Everyone has that one thing that makes them feel good about themselves. Like they're in control. Everything else
music's
could
really
be
nice.
going completely haywire.
Ano ba yan, Stel? Ano ba yung ayos mo na yan? Talagang style yan o ano?
Hmm?
Like the world is completely falling apart around you.
Minsan na makita na ng tao kung gaano kami naghihirap.
I was just about to say, wow, he looks beautiful. And then I think he's nearly crying. I don't know.
Minsan na makita na ng tao kung gaano kami naghihirap.
Hmm.
But when you're doing that one thing, life
Oh, it's got
is
goosebumps.
wonderful.
Makes it all worth it.
And that makes everything worth it.
Jinx.
몬테로 씨, 검사 결과가 나왔습니다.
임신인가요?
아니요, 임신은 아닙니다.
Then why do I feel weak lately?
Mrs. Montero, you are HIV positive.
What?
Addie Hong. She could have easily
That's so
become a
random.
popular celebrity in the Philippines. Back in Korea, she was a well-established theater actress, a vocal, dance, and beauty coach, a one-woman show. But instead, she chose to use her experience to guide and nurture the boys to reach their highest potential.
Oh, wow.
Along with Tatang Robin, she was also one of the main reasons why SB19 is where they are now. She is popularly known as Miss Hongganda, and we will see her often in this video. Before SB19's debut, they tried to establish an online presence. So on May 16, 2018, they created their Facebook page. This could possibly be the unofficial date they were formed. They started posting song covers like these.
Send me your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through.
Oh, wait. So many people have told me to react to his cover of Location.
I hope he buys you flowers, I hope he holds your hand.
Oh, still.
And dance covers like these.
Lean with it, down with it, hit them folk now stab with it. Then you stop.
They became more active in social media while maintaining their regular performances in small events. They did this until it was almost time for their debut.
We have good news for you guys. Kasi after the very, very long wait, finally, yes, finally, we will be releasing our debut single entitled Tira Luha!
October 26,
So what was the timeline of them becoming a group to then debuting? Did it
2018.
say
SB19 finally
Didn't recall.
debuted with their ballad single called Tila Luha. But did you know that it
Tila Luha.
wasn't the only song that they had at the time? They also had Love Goes, but they chose to debut with Tila Luha to capture the hearts of the Filipino people because the lyrics are in Tagalog. They then started
Tagalog,
promoting their
Tagalog.
debut song in every way they could think of. November 17, 2018 marked SB19's first ever live stream to promote their debut single.
Magsimulan natin ang first SB Talent Camp Facebook Live.
몇명 보고 있는 거야?
3. Let's wait for 10 na lang. 10 viewers.
Despite the very few viewers, they went all out to entertain them.
여러분,
여러분?
너무 배고파요.
Honestly, same. I need breakfast.
Height is already good. Wait.
So wait, are they targeting? I know that they were Korean, the company, but are they targeting the Korean audience? Because obviously, he just fully spoke in Korean, and they're doing Korean gestures.
Sa wakas, dumating na rin ang oras na akong pinakahihintay. Matagal-tagal na rin nagsalay. Sige lang, sige, hano pa na para bang wala pang angabang na darama. Bigay mo na, machine gun, rata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Hey. I thought it was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, among the SB19 is a chic member. Hey,
Oh yeah, where is Kit? Guys, I can't explain to you as someone who grew up doing flips. His height is crazy good. Because like in this flip too, he would be pushing off 1 foot pretty much.
Yep, they did all that in front of just a little over 10 viewers. You can still watch the whole live stream to this day on their official Facebook page.
Babies.
They also perform in schools, malls, nursing homes, and even orphanages, but their debut only received a lukewarm reception. The stream count didn't move as fast as they have hoped for. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. but their grind continued. After the disappointing debut, they started preparing for a comeback.
So were they living? Wait,
Today, nandito kami sa recording.
were they living in Seoul? Like, what's the details of like the company where they were, who were they performing for? Like, sorry, what audience were they trying to captivate? Because they're obviously speaking Korean. And can they speak Korean? Because Josh spoke Korean. What's the situation behind that?
Recording studio, nagre-record kami ng kanta namin. Ito mismo yung parang kwento ng SB19.
Yung lyrics mismo ng song namin is about pangarap ng SB19, kung paano nagsimula yung lahat. Ito po talaga yung kantang gugulat sa lahat.
They collaborated with a critically acclaimed Korean producer, Oh Woon Lee, who's behind the success of TVXQ and Stray Kids.
Stray Kids!
Pablo, with the help of the boys, wrote the song as they began to enter the go-up era. They started practicing their go-up dance routine, which was intricately choreographed by Stell and Ken. They were required to practice 30 times daily until they reached 1,000 reps. And boy, they did it. They were even challenged to perform the dance routine at double speed.
I have to react to all of these. Okay, it's it's double speed, but it sounds good. Gonna go up. I feel like I've heard that.
That was not even in fast forward. Now that they have reached the quota, it was time for them to shoot the music video.
They went up.
July 19, 2019.
Have they?
SB19 dropped their.
Is that at the end of because I watched an episode just on my own time of Showbreak. It's the episode where they were doing like the mafia game kind of thing, or not the mafia, the lie game, and they were all given like a situation, and one person had a different situation, and they had to try to figure out. Oh no, one person had to try to figure out what the others were talking about. Anyway, I saw that. Was the gonna go up? Was that in that? In like the intro or something?
Their Go Up music video. Expectations were higher because this was the song that showcased their singing, dancing, and songwriting skills. But for some reason, it has also met a lukewarm reception. They then started promoting the song using the methods they know. They even reacted to their own music video.
Oh, I'll have to watch that. Wow, Stell. Oh, Ken. Oh, Pablo. That's so cute. Oh. It would be so exciting,
but none
though.
of their efforts made a significant impact. After that, you would think that it was the biggest setback. But not until August 17, 2019. This was when the Go Up press conference happened. This was supposed to be an effort for them to establish a presence in the media world. They were interviewed by professional journalists, but instead of receiving a warm welcome, most of what they got was straight up disrespect.
Pero kanina pa ako ba? Ano ba yan, Stell? Ano yung ayos mo yan? Talagang style yan o ano?
What do you mean?
Hindi lang ginawang Stella.
Yung style ko po ba or yung name ko? Kasi po, clear ko po, yung name ko po, Stell. Kasi po galing po siya, yung full name ko po is Stell Bester po. Ako, Sylvester.
Barako.
Opo, kasi po yung mama ko po, idol niya po si Sylvester Stallone. Kaya doon niya po pinasi yung name ko po.
Oo.
Tapos po, yung style ko naman po ngayon, actually po, hindi ko po alam eh. Kumbaga, kung ano lang po yung naisip ko, ito yung suot ko, sige, ganito na nga lang yung buhok ko, parang ganito po, yun na lang po yung inaisip ko. Pero wala po.
So lahat kayo straight?
Opo. Pero,
May gulot po.
may sabi ko, ako lang, kung sakali mo po talaga ako, wala naman po masama doon.
Hindi ba siguro?
Are you kidding me? That is so rude. But I mean, I don't know what the Filipino community is like in terms of like being accepting of being, you know, gay or bi or any of that. I don't know, is it not accepting or That is so irrelevant though. Like, who the fuck cares? Are you serious? Why does it matter? It doesn't take away from anything about who they are as a person. Is the Philippines like a really religious country though? In that case, if it is very religious, then I can imagine that it's not very accepting. I don't know though. I don't know Filipino community enough to know if that response is like common still, or if it was just back then. I don't know. That for me, oh my goodness.
Pero,
May kulot po.
may ako lang. Kung sakali magpupunod talaga ako, wala naman pong masama doon.
Hindi ba siguro nilawin ko lang po yung Estel. Kasi po, madalas po siya kasi mas matagal na po kami magkaibigan. Close din po kasi siya madalas sa mga babae. So siguro po, baka po akalain yung medyo weird po yung kasi may siya ngayon, no?
What's wrong with that?
Bali po, Estel sa umaga, Estel sa gabi. Hindi, joke lang. Pero yun nga po, ganun lang po siguro, parang medyo meron lang po siyang ibang parang manners na girly, pero hindi po, wala pong ganun sa
Is na clear na kanina about sa bading issue.
Oh my god. That is so sad. That's so fucked up.
Kasi sabi niyo kanina, may mga pa-holding hands at saka yakap.
We're not bothered by the fact that you sound like a kid. Hindi kayo napapakala dun sa tunog nyo na hindi kayo Pilipino, kundi Korean.
Hindi po kami nababother kasi po,
Kasi ako bothered ako. Pero magaling.
Despite all the judgment, they handled the interview professionally.
Yes, they did, because they're still
As the
smiling.
event-
Are you kidding me? I'm raging on the inside. I would have absolutely lost my shit. But like, what do you do in that situation? Because you're just about to debut. You can't come firing back at like the people who are interviewing you. Like, you have to just like take it on the chin, give them a smile. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to offend, be offensive. But okay, let me rephrase what I was going to say. In Australia, the older generation is not as open-minded. And I don't know what it's like in the Philippines, but they're not as open-minded in the sense of being accepting of different, new things that are progressing in the world. And my generation and younger definitely are. Like, we're definitely like, if I have many friends who are gay, I have friends who are non-binary, I have friends like, it does not bother me. It doesn't change the person. It doesn't make any difference to who they are. I'm very accepting of anyone, and I think that's just the culture now that I'm surrounded by. But the older generation is still, it's not what they're used to, and it's just not something that they were ever familiar with growing up. And so I think maybe that's the situation with the people who are interviewing them are probably older. And as I said, I don't want to speculate because I don't know what it's like in the Philippines, but my heart just broke into a million pieces listening to that, and it infuriated me.
Event concluded, the boys broke down to tears backstage and comforted each other. Perhaps they're just human beings, and the thick skin they develop all throughout those years can only take so much punishment, especially when it went straight to their hearts. They all broke down. This made them question themselves if they were still doing the right thing. It casted so much doubt that it made them all decide to call it quits. Everyone left.
Is that real?
Except Stel.
Wait,
He received the most hate.
Wait, what?
It casted so much doubt that it made them all decide to call it quits.
Call it quits?
Everyone left, except Stel.
What do you mean?
He received the most hate, but he was the one left standing. Perhaps he was a good example of someone who has entered the zone. Someone who managed to tap into the altered state of consciousness where time disappears and he becomes so focused that not even judgment could stop him from doing what he loves.
Yes, Stel.
But he knew for a fact that he can never do it alone. And there he was, alone. But only for a moment.
Oh, thank God.
Josh had a realization to not give up because people have not seen everything yet. This prompted the other members to return and witness their lives change in just one fateful day when they go up.
Okay, I'm hoping that was acting, but the way that Ken is closing his eyes and hugging Pablo, I don't know.
The other members to return and witness their lives change in just one fateful day when their Go Up dance practice got uploaded on YouTube on September 2, 2019. It quickly went viral, which opened a lot of doors for SB19 to have TV.
I heard about this girl.
It quickly...
Oh, I don't know if it's girl. Lyra. I heard about this person. Wow. That's crazy.
Went viral, which opened a lot of doors for SB19 to have TV guestings and live performances.
May grupuhan? Okay. Sige. Oo, dyan lang kayo.
Ang galing namin!
Introduce yourself.
Get in the zone, break! Hi, we are SB19!
My name is Mike Spice Kita. I am the wittiest, babyest
As the world started to notice them, their YouTube channel grew exponentially. Their dance practice video reached 1 million views in just a week, then 2 million a month later.
Oh.
Wait a minute, who's Arum? November 2, 2019.
So for the final announcement of the fandom name, 3, 2, 1.
18! Oh, I love Josh's hair.
What's it mean? 18, what's it mean?
Una-una sa lahat, pag pinakita mo siya, 18 siya, di ba? 18. So kasi kami, SB19, 18, 19.
Comes before. Bro, you good?
So if there's no 18, then also there's no
19.
Yes.
I love
Kasi,
that.
kumbaga, syempre, 18 muna bago natin, 17, 18, 19.
19,
Pag
yes.
18, hindi makakarating sa 19.
Facts, quick math.
Another meaning. So if you're going to read this, 18, it could also be read as atin. So, all the success, all the lahat ng
Atin.
natatamo natin
Atin
ngayon,
means
atin
ours
po,
in
ours.
Tagalog?
Everything is ours. Hindi lang sa amin, kundi sa inyo rin. Atin. Everyone. Atin.
Kumbaga, represent.
Kumbaga, yung dreams natin, pangarap,
You know the word mahal kita, is that just I love you? And is kita you or is mahal you? What is you and what is love? Because what if I wanted to say, oh, I love that. Mahal something else or something tika. Mahal tika sobra. Can I just say that for like I love that, or is it just give the meaning of I love you to like a person? Like how would it be like, oh my god, that's like I love that.
problems, everything, we will share together. Atin yan, lalaban tayo, kaya natin yan natin. Lastly, gusto talaga namin i-special mention yung Orum sa lahat. Kasi sa totoo lang, talagang sila yung unang sumuporta sa amin nung hindi pa nila, wala pang nakakilala sa amin sa grupo namin. Kaya thankful kami. Kaya nakahiwalay yan, A, ibig sabihin yan, Orum. Orum and SB19.
Oh, wow. Wait, so who's Orum? Who's this? Special mention for Orum. Are these Orum their fans before they became SB19? Is that what it means?
Kami. Kaya nakahiwalay yan, A, ibig sabihin yan, Orum. Orum and SB19.
This guy.
Sana po masaya po kayo sa lahat sa
yes, that's so good.
Nagawa po ng grupo namin. And katulad nga po, 18, atin, sama-sama tayong aangat. We will go up.
Yeah!
Yes, you will.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
yes, you did.
is when 18 was born.
My god, this is
so
emotional.
What does it mean to be in the zone? Was it really only Stell that entered it? If you think about it, even before the other members decided to quit, they were already done with the dance practice. That alone made the press conference irrelevant. It didn't even matter that it happened. It turned out that actually all of them have always been in the zone.
Yes.
Being in the zone is what allowed them to defy all the odds. It was the zone that allowed a 5-foot man in the NBA.
Whoa.
It was the zone that allowed a man living in the streets to rise up and become a billionaire. It was the zone that took an idea from someone's head to the moon. It was the zone that won wars.
Do you reckon that's real? Because where's the rest of the moon? I've always thought about this. And like, it's like cut off. I have not really watched the video, but like, it almost looks like it kind of like ends, but surely it doesn't.
To the moon.
Did he actually go
there? It was the
there?
zone that won wars, and lack of it had lost. It is the zone that separates their ideas and
Estelle
dreams
looks
from
so
a materialistic
beautiful.
reality. Manny, Efren, Catriona,
Gorgeous.
SB19. What do they have in common?
Dance party time at the end. All right, let's go straight into the next episode. Episode 0. Oh yeah, someone said to do episode 0 last. So I will trust them. I honestly, that whole press conference really hurt me. That was really sad to see. I've not seen anything that direct before. Like someone asking, like, you look like you're gay because you're wearing makeup, and that bothers me. To be honest, like, I think that I forget my privilege sometimes in terms of like how I grew up, in what like culture I grew up in, I suppose. But like, I've had my fair share of battles of different things growing up. Like we all do, it's all relevant. But in terms of bullying or like discrimination, and things like that, racism, like I've never ever had to experience anything like that. And I'm an extremely sensitive person. Like I am very sensitive. I cry easily. I get offended really easily. I'm also very tough, but I can't even imagine having been in their shoes and have people say those kind of things to me. Honestly, like, I just don't understand how they just sat there with a smile on their face and didn't get defensive. Like, Josh defended Stell in the sense of like trying to help people understand him, but he did it in such a nice way. I would have just stood up and just exploded or just cried. And I feel so bad for Stell because even if he is, or whatever his sexual orientation is, literally changes nothing about the type of person that he is or his talent or how special he is in the world. Like, I hate that people are made to feel not welcome because of their sexual orientation. Like, it never really makes sense to me because, like, why does it matter? Like, why does it matter? And again, I don't want to say too much on it because I don't know what it's like in the Philippines with religion and things like that. So, I don't know. But it's just, it was really heartbreaking. Wow.
Would you believe me if I said that SB19 would be successful if I met them 3 years ago? You'd probably think I'm cheating because I'm talking from the present. And your past self would never believe me because I might have only seen them as a trying hard boy group who had to wear the same clothes over and over
There's nothing
and
wrong
over
with that.
and over again because they couldn't afford a nice variety. But what if despite all this, they already knew what's gonna happen?
Itong mga to, sigurado ako in the future, magiging successful kami.
They knew their destiny. Pablo's username reads, I'm Seasmite. A random fan asked, why? He answered, it also means seismic, like Earth's vibrations. It's something big and important, so when I seize the mic, I create this impact.
Wow.
Like an earthquake. And when an earthquake happens, you know what's next after that? Are you sure you don't know?
They're gonna
Do you actually want me to spell it out to you?
Change the world. Bazinga. I haven't heard
Okay,
Bazinga.
let me show you.
Cool editing. So grand. Wow, I love these sound effects. I feel like I'm in a movie. Whoa. That was intense.
6, 7, 1, 2, can I find?
Yeah, that's Pablo. If you're new here, you're probably wondering how he ended up there. This is called Triple.
Get in the zone, break!
Get in the zone, break!
Finally, they were starting to go up. They were very young. This was the time when they were still trying to figure out their musical identity. Enter the Get in the Zone album. Just check out the level of variety.
Burning up for love, di na matatanggi. Unting lunurin ang aking nadarama. Yeah, we gonna go up. Ibibigay ko ang aking puso. At kahit pa ang mundo ay mag-iba, wag mong ikunot ang iyong noo. Ang aking puso. At kahit pa ang mundo.
I can't tell if that's it sounds like they're saying hanbando, like in Korean, but maybe it's just a Filipino word. Did they ever sing any songs in Korean? Maybe it's a Filipino word that sounds similar to hanbando.
Ay mag-iba, wag mong ikunot ang iyong noo. Nariyan ang kaibigan mo. The only one I never say goodbye.
It was
Josh.
definitely a mix of everything. The
Yeah.
bashers immediately saw this as a weakness. They were seen as a group who didn't know what they were
Are
doing.
they reading them out?
Despite all the hate, 18 didn't get affected as they started to get to know the boys on a deeper level.
Yeah.
We got to know their fun side.
Si Ken naman po, nung na-meet ko to dati sa cover group, parang sabi ko, feeling ko mayabang to, parang ganun po, mayabang to, tapos tumbling-tumbling ka pa dyan.
Ay.
Tumbling-tumbling ka pa.
Wow! It's so good.
Parang lagi siyang may sariling mundo, hindi po siya bilong sa amin.
Tinanong siya ng teacher namin, sa tingin mo sino pinakamagaling sumayaw?
Ako!
Sabi,
Me.
Me, gotta have that confidence.
Yes,
Yeah.
ang galing ko po talaga.
That was really good.
Kung confident ka naman, bakit
Yes
hindi,
po,
di ba?
ang galing ko po talaga.
Really good.
Si
Facts.
Justin po, hindi ako nakita to. Oh, pogi. Siguro mayabang to.
si Justin
No,
naman po,
not
nung una ko po siya
Justin.
nakita, sabi ko, typical guy. Parang
Typical
ganun.
guy.
Si Justin po, parang pure, parang innocente. Pero nung nalaman ko, hindi po pala.
Justin seems so cute and
sobrang
sweet.
friendly po. Siya po yung happy pill namin.
Di ko alam na siya pala yung main vocal po kasi akala ko magaling na talaga siya sumayaw. First impression ko po kay Josh, mabait po siya na may mayabang po nandun.
Little mix of badass.
Tinatry niya lang maging maangas pero deep inside hindi talaga.
Softy on the
Si
inside.
Jun, akala ko po hindi siya yung leader.
Nung una, ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa, parang bigla na lang siya nagagano. Parang isang tabi po, nakatayo siya sa gilid. Tapos may training
No,
lang biglang
why?
Tapos biglang gagano.
Shut up.
Gagano po siya sa gilid. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa? Nag-ritual ba ito sa gilid?
We also got to
That's
know
so
their
funny.
internal battles.
Thank you to all of our families, especially to our parents, and sa mama ko at sa kapatid ko.
Oh, don't cry. I'm gonna cry if you cry. Don't cry.
Thank you kasi lagi niyo po sinusuporta. Kahit sobrang hilig ko sa buhay sa buhay, hindi ako sigurado kung ano yung pinapasok ko. Pero nandiyan lang yung para sa akin. Thank you.
Oh, I want to give him a hug.
Sa akin na to. Gusto mo pasalamat sa akin na to kasi hindi ko lang.
Aww.
So, may nangyari na dati na hindi ka lang magkahiwalay ng grupo pero bumalik sila hindi nila ako niliwan. And parang naisip namin na mas maganda kami tuloy namin yung sila.
Still. Gusto mo?
Gusto ko mag-thank you sa mga members kasi sila yung pinaka-unang hindi sila yung lagi naniniwala sa akin pag hindi ko na kaya sila yung nagtulong sa kanya ako kasi so yan si Edu, si Justin, si Ken, si Josh, lahat by showbiz.
See, is that just end? See Josh, see Justin.
Since na napasalamatan ako na lahat, so wala ko pasalamat si Sir Robin for
Aww.
this.
just like that, SB19 got us into their zone. So back to the album. As unique
Good,
as
I
each
can't
of the
do
songs
motion.
was, all 7 of them managed to reach the #1 spot of Billboard's Lyric Fine Global chart. It's still insane thinking about it today. And they weren't done. They also appeared in Billboard's top Social 50, peaking at #3. Or so they thought.
And aside from that, eto, nagbabasa rin ako ng mga comments naman sa ating comment section. Kasi di ba yung last na pinost niyo is #3 kayo sa Billboard Social 50. Pero ngayon, #2 na kayo, guys! At Billboard Social 50, may mga nagko-comment dito. And #6 na kayo. #7, di ba, nung last niyo yung pinost. #6 na. Virgin Artist, congratulations!
I love that they didn't know this.
They couldn't believe it.
Yeah, wow.
Still ended up forgetting that he was in a live interview because he had to check it himself. Yep, it's real. September 1st, 2020, a well-known artist canceled an Instagram live interview with MTV scheduled for the next day. So MTV host Kevin Kinney invited SB19 on a short notice to fill in. An opportunity knocked, they answered.
Oh my god. Who wants to go first? For me, I like to collaborate with Mr. Bruno Mars.
2 weeks later, Kevin made a bold prediction.
We ask a lot of people for interviews. A lot of people that you want us to interview, we take it very seriously and we reach out. Some people, you'd be amazed, don't have the time of day, can't find the time, can't do it. Oh, you know, that's tough. Okay, no harm, no foul. Then there's the people that are like, name the time, name the place we're there. SB19 did that at 9 p.m. They'd never done an Instagram Live.
Aww.
They didn't know if they could be together. They made it a point to not only be together, but be together at 9 p.m. because they knew that was the only time that it worked for this US-based host. That type of work ethic is going to take them very far in the music industry. I'm also very
why am I
good
so
at predicting
emotional?
music, okay? Right? I'm like the MTV push of hosts. The same way that MTV knows how to pick winners, I know how to pick winners. I said on this very after show, SB19 are going to be big stars. I said it on my IG Live.
Yes.
I've said it to you in private, Caitlin. I've said it to Banjo. You know, he didn't say anything back. SB19 are going to be big stars. They have it. Charismatic. They're hardworking.
Yes.
Today's date is September 18th, 2020, when I'm saying this, okay? I want somebody to post this
We'll
on
post it
September 18th,
now.
2021.
Has he ever said anything
You
since?
can
this
see
guy?
how right I am because of how much larger and more well-known SB19 will be a year from this date right here.
And when 2021 started, he reminded people about what's to come.
4 years into my career, I've seen some people come and go, and I've seen some journeys, and you can spot things, right? You can notice trends, you can notice similarities. SB19 right now, and the lock that 18 has on the voting, week in and week out, and seeing them rise up the Social 50 chart over at Billboard, it's very akin, it's very similar to what was going on with BTS 2017, 2018. Now, I hope SB19 can reach those heights. I'm rooting for them. Those guys are awesome guys, and hard-working guys. I've interviewed them after like incredibly 10-hour plus work days of rehearsal and choreography practice, and they still put a smile on their face. And they're incredibly hardworking. I think that's really aside from the music being good, it's the work ethic that's going to take them to the top. So my prediction is they're going to break out in a huge way this year. So take that for what it's worth, 18.
Yes.
Then
Say
what
it
happened?
louder.
Kevin's prediction came true.
Yes.
18 SB
19.
Congratulations.
This song was on the next level. It
was.
showcased Pablo's songwriting skills,
It did.
Ken's dance moves and unique sound, Still's heavenly voice and choreography, the most iconic rap verse in all of Kpop by Josh,
Yes, Josh.
and Justin's brilliant mind, which created a spectacle no one has ever seen in the country. It became the fastest P-pop music video to reach 1 million views in just 16 hours.
Wow.
SB19 sent shockwaves that reminded it became the fastest P-pop music video to reach 1 million views in just 16 hours.
1 million views in 16 hours? Wow!
SB19 sent shockwaves that reminded people of what they are capable of.
Meron akong natanaw na ko ang ilang music video nga what na-encourage ko.
The world got inspired, so it responded with a giant wave of appreciation.
Gusto ko rin ipagmalaki yung SB19 talaga.
SB19.
Yung last video nila, yung what?
Uy, maganda yun.
Ang ganda ng video, di ba?
Ang gagaling, grabe. Grabe. I think, doon mo rin naman makikita na hindi mo pwedeng pulaan ng isang tao na nag-prepare hanggang sa makakita siya ng opportunity para gamitin yung preparation na yun. Walang pinagkaiba yan kay Manny Pacquiao na nag-train sobrang galing, pagpasok niya ng ring, knockout yung kalaban. Walang difference yan. Lalo ko na-appreciate ang isang artist na alam kong pwedeng magyabang pero hindi nagyayabang.
This was also the time when I found them.
Aww.
Their music made a difference in my life. It gave people happiness. Their music inspired us to become a better version of ourselves despite our imperfections. SB19 taught us not to only raise our own flag, but to wave it proudly.
So you should.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm sorry, Pinuno, but you gotta hang in there till the next episode, okay?
Bullshit.
Did you say bullshit?
Gotta hang in there till the next episode, okay?
Bullshit.
Oh my god. I wish I could just sit here and go through just like binge all of the episodes, but I cannot. I have to go to work now. Oh my god, I love this mini documentary. This is really giving me a good backstory. I feel like if there's like, after I'm finished this, if there's interviews or something that like really dive like to the nitty and gritty details of this group or each member, I think I'd love to jump into that, because whilst this is giving me a good insight, I have so many questions still, I have so many questions, especially Josh's story. That is crazy. I'd love to know all of their stories a bit more, and yeah, just each member and their upbringing and how they got to where they are. And honestly, great mini documentary though. It's put together really well. This person's obviously a great storyteller and videographer or video editor, and has a lot of passion for the boys, so I appreciate the time and effort that's gone into it, and I've loved learning about them. I was like, yeah, it just like really makes me emotional when you watch a group who came from nothing and literally just had to work so hard to make it work, and nearly gave up, obviously, and then turned it all around. And my gosh, so inspiring. It's so inspiring. Thank you guys for recommending this. It was so enjoyable. How many episodes do we have left? 3. Only 3 episodes left. Okay, so I'll finish those episodes next time, and then I'll do some more music and covers and things like that. But yeah, maybe drop down below any interviews that go in depth into their stories, if there are many. I feel like people have shared some stuff with me, but maybe if we can keep it all under this video, I can just come back to this video and have a look, or use the spreadsheet that's linked in the description of this video, where you can submit reaction requests, and I can check on there as well. Because on that reaction request, if I opened it up so you can see what I see on my end, there is like, once you submit a request down here, SB19, it all comes into their own tab just here. So there's a few here actually, which is great. If you want to drop it there, I'll keep checking all of this. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Mahal kita. Mahal na mahal kita. Mahal kita sobra. Mahal kita sobra. Salamat po. And what else can I say? What else can I say? Gihi gugma tika. Gihi gugma kaayo tika. I think that's it. I don't know how to say goodbye. How do I say goodbye? Goodbye. Is that how I say goodbye? Good morning, good evening. How do I say goodbye? Someone teach me. But yes, mahal kita sobra. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.